ever felt like you're stuck in the mud, unable to move forward? This feeling can be emotionally and mentally draining, like you're caught in a cycle that you can't break free from. I've been there, stuck in the mud of my own making, and it can lead to a life filled with anger, disappointment, and constant upheaval. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm stuck in the mud? The signs can be subtle, but they're there. You might find yourself constantly upset or crying. People might seem to disappoint you all the time. You're easily offended, and you lash out over the smallest things. You may find yourself apologizing often, feeling trapped, struggling in your relationships, always arguing, always making excuses, and feeling rejected or alone. These signs are your wake-up call, your realization that you're mired in this mud. If any of these signs resonate with you, you might be stuck in the mud. Here's the good news. You can free yourself from the mud, and it starts with acknowledgement. You see, the first step to change is recognizing the need for it. It's looking at your life, the mess, the chaos, the constant drama, and saying enough is enough. I deserve better. I can be better. This is where personal responsibility comes into play. It's easy to blame others for our misfortunes, to point fingers and say, it's not my fault. But true change? That comes when we look in the mirror and say, I can do better. I will do better. That was my journey too. I was stuck in the mud, bitter and angry, always playing the victim. But I realized that if I wanted to change my life, I needed to take the reins. I needed to be accountable for my actions, my reactions, and my decisions. So I sought help. I found a counselor, a life coach who could guide me through the muck and mire of my own creation. I immersed myself in self-help books, soaking up the wisdom of those who had walked this path before me. Books like The 4 Agreements and Daring Greatly by Brené Brown became my companions, their words a beacon in the dark. I consumed uplifting content, filling my mind with positivity and hope, podcasts, YouTube videos, anything that could inspire me, motivate me, and remind me that change was not only possible, but within my reach. And you know what I realized? Change isn't about hard work. It's about determination. It's about a burning desire to be different, to live differently. It's about breaking away from old patterns, old ways of thinking, and embracing a new mindset, a new way of being. I had to stop playing the victim, stop blaming others for my predicament. I had to change the way I spoke, the way I thought, the company I kept. I had to be determined to change my life. And so I started walking out of the mud. It wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight, but it was worth it. I began to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and with every step, I felt lighter, freer. Change wasn't overnight, but it was worth it. Today, I am a recovering victim, no longer stuck in the mud. The transformation from a life of constant turmoil to one of peace, joy, and fulfillment is a journey worth taking. I no longer feel the weight of the world on my shoulders, nor am I constantly on edge. Instead, my life is filled with laughter, love, and a sense of accomplishment. I've learned to value myself, to see my worth beyond the mud. I've discovered the strength within me to rise above any storm, to not just survive, but thrive. The benefits of this change are innumerable. My relationships are healthier, my days are brighter, and my heart is lighter. I've discovered a sense of worthiness that I never knew existed within me. I've learned to embrace happiness, to let go of the past, and to look forward to the future with hope and anticipation. You too deserve a life beyond the mud. If any of this resonates with you, know that you're not alone. There's a whole community out there of people who have been stuck in the mud, just like you, and have managed to pull themselves out. You don't have to navigate these murky waters by yourself. Change is always possible, and it's never too late to start. It's okay to reach out, to ask for help. It's okay to admit that you're stuck and you're not sure how to get out. Remember, you're not just deserving of a better life, you're worthy of it. A fulfilling, joyful life is not a privilege reserved for the few. It's your birthright. And it's possible to claim it, to step out of the mud and into the sunshine. The journey to change may take time and will not be overnight. It may require you to unlearn old habits and learn new, but it's a journey worth taking. So if you're ready to start, reach out. Reach out, and together we can make the change. Together we can pull you up and out of the mud